right. Been there and done that with trifling people who told me my style would not work. I told them they wrong, been struggling too long. This song is for you, I'm proving you wrong. Get out my way, get out my way, get out my way, get out my way.
I'm a genuine person. Like if I love you, I love you. If I don't mess with you, I don't mess with you. It's as simple as that.
What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Welcome to Atmos Love Zone. Y'all already know what it is. We are about to pick up from where we were the other night. Let me go ahead and post. Let me pin my link here in the chat. Hopefully, y'all are having a blessed day. Today has started off pretty cool for me. I can't complain. Let me put this in here. Let me put my link in here, y'all. Thank y'all for being here, man. Y'all are here showing out. That's what's up. All right, hold on. Let me share my link right quick so that any of my readers that are in here can come on and be of assistance because we are about to get into this. And I'm going to go and give y'all shout outs. Let me just paste this over here. There's my link right there. And let me go ahead and I'm going to pin my thing to the top. Let me pin it. Pin message. Okay, perfect. All right, y'all. Let's see who up in here with me today. Who up in here? Who up in here? I am a Queen Newton. Hello. How are you? Just a tea, please. What up? Lanez Butte. Hello. You said good evening. I got my cup and ready for some evening tea. I know that's right. Thank you for coming in. Latrice B. Hello. How you doing, Queen? Black Diamond. Hello. How are you? Take R. Kelly and give us Tupac back. What's up, my sister? How you doing? ATL underscore. How you doing? Thank you for coming in. There's my Tears. What's up, Tears? How you doing? Tiffany Brown. Hello. You made it. Miss Frugal. Hello. How are you? West Coast Bells is in the building. How you doing? How you doing? Let me see here. Angela Anderson. Hello. How you doing? Sonia Davis. Hey. Let me see. Make sure I don't miss nobody. Sharice. What up, Sharice? What's up? T Mac Mill. How you doing, Queen? What's up? Lady D. Hey, what's up? Just V. Hello. Let me see. Kayla Dose. What's up, Kayla? How you doing? Jazzy Cuteness. Hey, Queen. How are you? Ruby. What's up, Ruby? How you doing? How you doing? Welcome in, y'all. T-Band 1. What's up? Okay. So, y'all, check this out. So, we about to get back into, we ain't gonna waste no time. We about to hit it, get it, and put it out there, right? Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let me see here. There we go. There we go. Okay, y'all, let me share my screen with y'all. Like I said, we ain't gonna waste no time. We're gonna get straight to the business. What's up, James? James Harris, how you doing, my brother? What's going on? All right, to record this screen. Opposite references. I don't know what y'all doing over there. Okay, here we go. So let me share. There we go. Make sure y'all can see what I'm looking at. Which I can. So y'all know we stopped last time. We left off at page 23 with Alexis. If any of my readers come in that want to come in and help me read, please just hit the link. Other than that, I'm about to get into this, y'all. So we stopped at Alexis, okay? So Alexis, y'all, what we're reading, just for people that don't know, we are reading the response from the government to Jennifer Bonjean's motion for R. Kelly to get acquitted. We are reading the government's response, okay? So it says here that this is on Alexis. Alexis was born in early July 1990, on March 26, 2006. When Alexis was 15 years old, Alexis met Kelly after one of Kelly's concerts in Jacksonville, Florida. A member of Kelly's inner circle told Alexis and her friend that Kelly wanted to meet Alexis. Kelly arranged to meet Alexis at the Jacksonville Mall. of the following day, and they met on his tour bus where Alexis signed a non-disclosure agreement. A friend drove Alexis to the mall because Alexis was just 15 years old. Okay? Man, y'all know what I'm going to start doing too? Let me start writing down some of this stuff because this stuff is... So Alexis was just 15 years old, huh? And did not yet have a driver's permit. Thereafter, Kelly arranged for his bus driver, Terry Allen, to transport Alexis by bus to Jacksonville to Miami to meet Kelly in Miami. What? Take a look at the help section. Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm saying Alexa, and she's thinking I'm saying Alexa. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is gonna be fun. Terry Allen to transport Alexis by bus from Jacksonville to Miami to meet Kelly in Miami. His runners, let me turn this volume down. His runners arranged for Alexis to travel by airplane to meet Kelly in Chicago, including when she was 16 and 17 years old. Alexis first had sexual contact with Kelly in Chicago, and again on most occasions that she saw him, and Kelly did not use protection and never told her that he had contracted an STD. So the government is breaking this down. Y'all break it down. I don't want nobody. I don't know why this song came to my brain. When last time y'all heard that? It's been a minute, huh? They breaking it down. They are taking each and every victim and they are splicing and dicing and laying it out on a nice plate with some nice little dressings, just so that, you know, anyone who does not understand how severe this is and how punctual the government is and how exact the government is, they are setting it up and laying it out so that there is absolutely no question that the government is going for a flawless victory. Okay? But yes, Tears, they said it wasn't any minors. That's what they said, right? But we can very clearly see that that's not true. Here we go. Lewis and Alex. These are the John Does, y'all. The John Does. Here we go. Lewis was born on February 1989. In 2006, when Lewis was an aspiring musical artist, was 17 years old and in his senior year of high school. Kelly gave Lewis his telephone number after Lewis helped him at a McDonald's in Markham, Illinois, a suburb of Chicago where Lewis was working. Lewis told his mom about meeting Kelly, and his mom later called the telephone number Kelly gave Lewis and told Kelly that Lewis was an aspiring musician. Kelly invited Lewis and his family to a Christmas party at Olympia Fields, which they attended. Kelly also invited Lewis to meet him in his let me turn this down. Okay, also invited Lewis to meet him. And then it says here, the footnote says Alexis did not recall the dates of her travel, but she recalled that when that she traveled. Hold on, y'all. Give me one moment here. I'm sorry. One moment. Okay, perfect. I'm back. So Alexis did not recall the dates of her travel. Oh, this is the footnotes from Alexis, but she recalled that when she traveled to Miami, Kelly ruptured his appendix. Other evidence established that Kelly ruptured his appendix while he was in Miami for the Super Bowl in February 2007. Alexis testified that she was under 18 years old. She only traveled by airplane to see Kelly and recalled that on one such trip to Chicago, she lost her luggage. Phone records established that while her cell phone was in Chicago, Alexis called American Airlines telephone number for lost baggage. On March 25th, 27th of 2007, when Alexis was just 16 years old. A boarding pass for Alexis was provided to the government that showed that another trip occurred in late July 2007, a few weeks after Alexis turned 17 years old. Y'all, this is... the government ain't nothing to play with. The government is nothing to play with. They got... oh, you can't make this craziness up. You can't. What's up, Miss Angie? What's good with it? What's good with it? What's good with it? You can't make this up, y'all. It says Alexis testified that when she met Kelly, she may have told Kelly that she was just 15 years old. And hold on. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on. Hold the hell on. Stop. I thought every girl lied about their age. Am I the only one that ever heard that all the girls lied about their age? If you've ever heard that all the girls lied about their age, put a 1 in the chat. Now, if you've never heard that, put a 2 in the chat. I heard with my own ears from the other side over there that all the girls lied about their ages. Okay? Okay? Okay. Matter of fact, let me hold up. Hold on. Yeah. I heard that all the girls lied about their ages. All of them. Okay? However, let's get this back. It says here that Alexis testified that when she met Kelly, she may have told Kelly that she was just 15 years old and that Kelly's general response was just, there's nothing wrong with platonic friendship. Alexis conceded that she ultimately had sexual contact with Kelly, including in her teens. But she refused to admit that it occurred prior to turning 18, despite that she saw Kelly on multiple occasions in Miami, Jacksonville, and Chicago while she was under 18. Y'all read between the freaking lines, please. Read between the lines. Please. Hey, Karen Johnson, read between the lines. Okay? Oh. So this is going back to the John Doe's, okay? Recording studio, ostensibly so that Kelly could help Lewis as a musician. Instead, Kelly gave Lewis, still just 17 years old, oral sex and recorded their sexual encounters. On another occasion, Kelly directed a female to give Lewis oral sex. Y'all know that was Joy. He had her come from under the ring with a leash on, crawl over to him on all fours from underneath the boxing ring, and give him oral sex. Now, this is after R. Kelly attempted to give him oral sex. This is crazy. Okay? All right? When Lewis was still in high school, Lewis introduced Kelly to his best friend, Alex, who was a year younger than Alex. And Kelly gave Alex a piece of paper with his number. Kelly began to communicate by phone with Alex when he was still 17 years old and eventually began a sexual relationship with Alex. At Kelly's direction, Alex engaged in sexual activity, including intercourse with another woman in Kelly's presence. Kelly regularly recorded Alex's sexual encounters with Kelly and other women. As y'all see these like T 3445, they are telling you where it is in the transcripts. So if any of y'all want to go in and just kind of see, okay, where is this at? You lying, Atmos, you lying. It's right here. All you gotta do is go look at it right here. If you want to see which woman it was, just go right here to T 3445, line 46, or 3348. Okay, it's right there. Kelly was always in charge, directing the participants as they precisely what to do sexually, and the woman at times appearing zombie-ish. Government exhibits 341, 342, and 343 depicted one such example where Kelly, naked from the waist down, directed Alice and another woman, not Jane, to engage in oral and vaginal sex. Let me read that one more time. It says here that government exhibits 341, 342, and 343 depicted one such example where Kelly, naked from the waist down, directed Alex and other women, not Jane, to engage in oral and vaginal sex. That was a video, y'all. I believe that was one of the videos that was shown. Okay? Throughout, Alex and the woman do not smile and otherwise appear wholly unengaged. And Kelly directs every action, including by positioning the women and Alex into various sexual positions, and records, meaning video, possible, right? The encounter. Now, this here is a still image showing Kelly position Alex's penis inside the woman's vagina. Wow. Still image showing Kelly holding the woman's hair and pushing her mouth back and forth onto Alex's penis. In 2019, Kelly directed both Lewis and Alex to handwrite statements falsely, denying that they ever had sexual contact with Kelly. That is in the transcript at 1875 and 79. Geronda was born in April 1993. Geronda first encountered Kelly when she attended a court proceeding in Chicago, Illinois on April of 2008, when Geronda was just 14 years old. In May of 2009, shortly after Pace turned 16 years old, a close associate named Bubba, or Jermaine Maxey, invited Geronda to attend a party at Kelly's residence in Olympia Fields, Illinois. At the party, Geronda told Kelly that she was 19 years old when she was in fact 16 years old. Kelly and Geronda exchanged phone numbers, and thereafter they began communicating on the telephone. Within a few days, Kelly invited Geronda back to his residence in Olympia Fields and directed her to bring a swimsuit. Now, one of Kelly's runners, Anthony, who Geronda identified through a photograph as Anthony Navarro, picked up Geronda at a nearby train station and transported her to Kelly's residence. When she arrived, Geronda had escorted to the pool area where she changed into her suit. Kelly met her there and directed her to walk back and forth and remove her bathing suit, which she did. Kelly thereafter engaged in sexual contact with Geronda and then had sexual intercourse with Geronda. Geronda then told Kelly that she was, in fact, 16 years old. not 19 years old as she had initially told him. Kelly's response was nonchalant, and he instructed her, hey, just act 21 years old and shit. Tell the others, just act 21 years old and tell the others that she was 19 years old. He did not use any protection and never disclosed to her that he had contracted an STD. Kelly took Geronda to the mirror room where she rested. When she was ready to leave, Geronda texted, because many of the government's witnesses testified using the pseudonym of their first name only. The government will refer to all government's victim witnesses by their pseudonym or their first name, even where as Geronda Pace did, they testified using their full name. Says Kelly and a runner then bought her an envelope with $50 and took her to a nearby train station. During the 6 months that Geronda spent with Kelly, Kelly continued to engage in sexual intercourse with her, and Geronda contracted genital herpes. Geronda told Kelly, and he arranged for a doctor to examine her and give her medication. At Kelly's request, Geronda put Kelly in touch with Dominique, who was then 17 years old and who Geronda met through a fan group supporting Kelly. Dominique began to also spend time with Kelly in Olympia Fields, and on one occasion, while Geronda was inside Kelly's residence, Geronda learned that police officers arrived at the residence looking for the 17-year-old Dominique. Now, Geronda learned about this when Kelly put a telephone conversation between him and his lawyer on speakerphone in Geronda's presence. Police officer Garrick Amshill, responded to Kelly's Olympia Fields residence on June 13, 2009. Once there, he spoke with Daryl McDavid, a subscriber record showing that they gave the phone number. Geronda was in regular telephone communication with Kelly between June 2009 and January 2010. Geronda went to the Olympia Fields to meet Kelly on several occasions, on each of which she had sexual contact with Kelly. At Olympia Fields, Geronda also learned about certain rules that Kelly had promulgated, including that she was not permitted to leave the room in Olympia Fields where she was staying. When Geronda broke one of Kelly's rules, or otherwise failed to meet his desires, Kelly physically assaulted her and told her that she would be on punishment. Now, Kelly regularly recorded Geronda engaging in sexual activity. Okay? He used a Canon camera set up on a tripod as well as his Apple iPhone. After he created the recordings, Kelly watched them and instructed Geronda on how to improve her sexual techniques with Kelly. Kelly also had Geronda sign a confidentiality agreement and write letters that falsely claimed that number one, Geronda had stolen money and jewelry from Kelly. Number two, her sister had arranged for her to falsely claim that Kelly gave her genital hurt. Oh, wow. Number three, she worked for Kelly and was fired by Kelly. Now, y'all, listen to this crap. Okay? Listen to this. So it says here, he had her right. Number one, that she had stolen money and jewelry from him. Number two, her sister arranged for her to falsely claim that Kelly gave her genital herpes. Why would you, if you didn't know you had herpes or there was nothing connecting herpes to you, then why would there be anything that traces back to you coercing someone to write something dealing with you giving them genital herpes or saying that you made a false claim? Okay, that's just crazy. If it's not there, then it shouldn't be anything that you need to do. That's crazy. In January 2010, when Geronda was still 16 years old, Geronda met Kelly at his Olympia Fields residence for the first time. When Kelly entered the room where Geronda had been waiting for Kelly, Geronda was using her cellular telephone and did stand up and greet Kelly as his rule required, requiring Kelly, and angering Kelly. Hold on. Oh, sorry. Long day, y'all. Geronda, hold on, let me read that again. I didn't read that right. Geronda was using her cellular telephone and did not, N-O-T, not stand up and greet Kelly as his rules required, which angered Kelly. Kelly then slapped her, choked her until she passed out, spit on her, and told her to put her head down in shame. When she popped up off the floor, Kelly and Geronda walked into a different room, sat down, and Kelly instructed her to perform oral sex on him. Geronda complied with Kelly's instruction, and when she finished, Kelly ejaculated on Geronda's face. Geronda used her t-shirt to wipe off Kelly's semen. Biological testing on the t-shirt later revealed the presence of sperm on the t-shirt and that the presence of DNA profile for the recovered sperm matched Kelly's DNA profile. A DNA expert testified that the probability of randomly finding that DNA profile was 1 in 11 decillion, far smaller than the population of Earth. Shortly after Geronda retained Susan Loggins to represent Geronda, shortly after she sent Susan Loggins to represent her in connection with that representation, Geronda gave Loggins' firm the t-shirt that she had when she last saw Kelly and her cell phone. Loggins thereafter negotiated a settlement with Kelly in terms of which required Kelly to pay $1.5 million, split between Loggins and Geronda. Geronda later retained another lawyer, David Fitch, who obtained the t-shirt and cell phone from Miss Loggins' office. Fitch retained the t-shirt and cell phone until Geronda requested their return on November 17, 2017. The following day, Geronda provided the t-shirt and cell phone to a detective at the Olympia Fields Police Department, where the items were retained until they were provided to other law enforcement agencies, including the State Illinois Police Laboratory, which conducted DNA testing on the t-shirt. Now let's talk about Anna. In approximately 2016, Anna met Kelly backstage at one of his concerts when she was approximately 20 years old. This is after Bubba, or Maxie, approached her and told her that Kelly wanted to meet her. After Kelly and Anna exchanged contact information at the meet and greet event in Kelly's dressing room immediately after the concert, Kelly and Anna began to communicate. In or about 2016, Kelly started a sexual relationship with Anna, during which time she regularly traveled to visit Kelly at his home in Johns Creek, Georgia, at various concert venues throughout the country, and at his Trump Towers apartment and studio in Chicago, Illinois. Anna's travel and hotel accommodations, which were paid for by Kelly, were generally arranged by one of Kelly's assistants. A few weeks into their relationship, Anna moved in with Kelly and began traveling with him to his performances around the country in his Sprinter van. Now, during the course of the relationship, Kelly became increasingly controlling and promulgating several rules that he expected Anna to follow. These rules included calling Kelly daddy. Number 2, not speaking to or looking at other men. Number 3, obtaining approval from Kelly before doing anything including using the bathroom, moving about the studio, obtaining food, leaving a room or the sprinter, or going outside. But hold on. I thought people said that R. Kelly didn't have his hands on everything and that he didn't know nothing about Demetrius Smith going to get that marriage license and the ID and everything for Aaliyah. They say R. Kelly had nothing to do with that. But as you can see here, he is completely controlling over everything. Everything. Okay, let's continue. Number 4, not wearing makeup and wearing only baggy clothes and a baseball cap unless otherwise allowed by Kelly. Not having or using social media or the internet. Had damn, what he wanted a dog, a pet dog or something. Not conversing with Kelly's other girlfriends or assistants about personal matters. As a result of these rules, if Kelly was not present, Anna was required to ask one of his assistants to obtain authorization from Kelly for food or permission to go to the restroom. And on the occasions, Kelly did not provide permission to use the restroom. Anna was forced to urinate in a cup. Wow. Kelly's other girlfriends, including Jane and Joycelyn, also known as Joy, V, Juice, and Dominique, also known as Neek, were also required to follow these rules. Kelly also monitored Anna's telephone use and personal communications with others. On one occasion, when he discovered Anna still had a social media application on her cell phone, Kelly had his assistant, Lily. Oh, shit. Kelly had his assistant, Lily, watch Anna to make sure she deactivated the account. Kelly also recorded Anna using an iPad while she was in the sprinter in order to document what she was doing and ensure she did not break his rules. Kelly regularly violently punished Anna in various ways when she violated his rules. For example, Kelly, who was 6'2", became enraged when Anna, after one of his concerts, because he suspected she had been using her cell phone, began yelling, grabbing Anna, who is 5'4" and 125 pounds, and broke her necklace, cutting her chest. After Anna snuck away to the airport, without Kelly's knowledge, she attempted to fly home, but did not have funds to book a flight, to where she was staying. So Kelly told Anna he would provide her with the flight home if she wrote a note stating that she had attacked Kelly. Anna wrote the note as directed, the contents of which were dictated to her by him, so that he could use it as protection in the future. On another occasion, Kelly smacked Anna in the face at his studio in Chicago for communicating with another man, which he discovered after searching through Anna's cellular telephone. On yet another occasion, Kelly smacked Anna in the face in the lobby of the Miami hotel because he believed she was looking in the direction of an area where men were standing, a violation of one of his, you know what? It's stuff like this, y'all, that when I hear about stuff, happening to his ass when he's in jail, him getting bitch smacked and beat the hell up. That shit don't, this stuff like this, it's called karma. It's called karma. He getting back what he put out. Period. Period. Kelly also violently spanked Anna on multiple occasions, which he recorded on his iPad as punishment for violating his rules. During these spankings, Kelly would hit Anna so hard that he caused her pain, bruised her body, and caused her to cry so hard snot came out her nose. At times, Kelly also instructed Anna to text him that she liked being spanked, which was not true. After administering the spankings as punishment, in addition to the spankings as punishment, Kelly ordered Anna to walk back and forth while nude in high heels for approximately 30 minutes. 30 minutes. In heels, walking back and forth. Also instructed her to call herself denigrating and demeaning names. During these punishments, which Kelly would record using the iPad, Anna would become visibly upset and cry. At times, during these punishments, Kelly would masturbate or have Anna engage in sexual acts with him, which she did not want to do. As punishment for violating his rules, Kelly would also confiscate Anna's cellular telephone for upwards. Wow. Confiscate her phone. Hold on. Punishment, violating his rules. Confiscate her phone for upwards of a few months. In addition, at Kelly's direction, Anna signed documents provided by Kelly's assistants that were for his protection that appeared to be non-disclosure agreements. Kelly also instructed Anna to write letters dictated by him in which she wrote embarrassing falsehoods about herself and her family and untrue blackmail schemes against the defendant that Kelly safeguarded in his storage facility for him to hold against or down the line if something were to happen or come out. On one occasion, Anna attempted to film herself. Writing one of these false letters ordered by Kelly to document that she was not wanting to write this. And it was not truthful, but Kelly discovered the recording after searching through her cellular telephone and deleted it. Wow. Wow, really? Okay. Then it says here that Kelly also instructed Anna to video record herself on an iPad doing embarrassing and demeaning things, including things involving bodily fluids that caused her humiliation. Anna also witnessed Kelly instruct others to write similar types of letters, including Jane and Joycelyn, and came across a similar type of letter written by Dominique in a drawer in Kelly's guest house. Kelly also instructed Anna to have her mother relinquish her cellular telephone, remove her clothing, enter his sauna, and write a similar type of false letter claiming to have blackmailed Kelly. In one case, Anna's mother were to come against him. In the case that Anna's mother were to come against him in any way, and as a condition of her visiting Anna, after her mother finished writing the letter, which she did so that she could see her daughter, Anna gave it to Kelly's assistant, Diana Copeland. She need to go to jail too. At Kelly's direction, Anna also engaged in sex with Kelly and others, including on multiple occasions with Jane, Dominique, and Joy. Hold on. I heard some people on the other side say that R. Kelly never had sex with Jane, Dominique, or Joy. I heard that they had sex with other people. Am I the only one that's heard that? If you also heard that R. Kelly never had sex with Joy, Dominique, or Jane, put a 1 in the chat. If you heard he never had sex with them, put a 1 in the chat. It says here also that Anna also engaged in sex with Kelly and others, including on multiple occasions with Jane, Dominique, and Joy. Hold on, y'all. What was that? What was that sound? Sorry, y'all. Sorry about that. Who only knew only as nephew, an individual otherwise known to her, which Anna did not want to do, and which Kelly recorded on an iPad. During these encounters, Kelly was in charge, directing the participants' conduct, and he admonished Anna if she did not appear enthusiastic. That Kelly whether advised her if she did not appear enthusiastic. Kelly, whether engaged in sexual activity with just Anna or with multiple partners, never used a condom. Okay? Never. At one point, Anna obtained a test for STDs. However, she never received her results because the doctor provided them to Kelly's assistant, Diana Copeland. What? How she don't get the results of her own damn test? At one point, Anna obtained a test for STDs. However, she never received her results because the doctor provided them directly to Kelly's assistant. Anna ended their relationship with Kelly in approximately December 2018 and decided that she can't do this anymore. Jane was born at the end of December of 1997. Jane first encountered Kelly at a concert in Orlando, Florida, where Kelly was performing in April of 2015 when Jane was 17 years old and a junior in high school. At the concert, Kelly arranged for one of his employees or a member of his entourage to provide Jane with a piece of paper with his phone number, which number Jane thereafter called. During their initial communications over the phone, Jane told Kelly that she was an aspiring singer, and Kelly invited Jane to audition for him at the hotel in Orlando where he was staying. Jane also falsely told Kelly that she was 18 years old when she was in fact still 17 years old. Jane thereafter drove to the Dolphin Hotel in Orlando where Kelly was staying. When Jane arrived, Kelly engaged in oral sex with Jane, and only after he was sexually satisfied did he listen to her audition. While at the hotel, following a frantic search by Jane's parents, security personnel knocked on the hotel room door in search of a missing 17-year-old girl. Jane told the security personnel that she was 18 years old and presented the security personnel with her driver's license. The license provided that Jane was just 17 years old, but the security personnel apparently did not confirm Jane's age and instead relied upon her oral representation. Following their encounter at the hotel, Kelly arranged for Jane to travel across the country to meet him while he was on tour. On April 29, 2015, Jane traveled from her home in Orlando to Los Angeles. Kelly's then assistant, Cheryl Mack, arranged for Jane's travel. Kelly had sexual contact with Jane while they were in Los Angeles, and there Kelly began to teach the rules to Jane, including that Jane wear baggy clothing and Jane call Kelly daddy, and that Jane tell Kelly whenever she left the room. Jane texting her mother on April 29, 2015 said, "Be talking about rules." Jane texting her mother on April 29, 2015, "But he got me in sweats. He ain't like my tights, showing my figure." Jane texting her mother on May 3rd, 2015, "Everyone having fun," and Kel said, "Do not leave that room," from Los Angeles. Jane traveled to Stockton, California, and then Las Vegas. Jane and Kelly first had sexual intercourse at a hotel in Stockton. Kelly did not use a condom or other protection and did not tell Jane that he had previously contracted genital herpes. When she traveled to Las Vegas, Kelly introduced her to Juice. During that trip, Jane also tried to run some errands, but Mac told her that she could not go anywhere without Kelly's permission. After Jane finished her junior year, she spent the summer with Kelly, traveling to shows and staying in his studio. In August of 2015, Jane was diagnosed with genital herpes, leaving her so she could not walk, and she was devastated. Before she sought medical attention, she told Kelly about the severe pain she felt. Kelly arranged for Juice to take Jane to a doctor's office in downtown Chicago, where a doctor prescribed medication for Jane. When Jane told Kelly about her diagnosis, Kelly appeared agitated and told Jane that she could have contracted it from somebody else. When she subsequently had outbreaks of herpes, Kelly disparaged her. At the end of the summer, when Jane was scheduled to return to Orlando to begin her senior year in high school, Jane told Kelly that she was in fact 17 years old and still in high school. Kelly arranged for Juice's mother to serve as Jane's legal guardian. So Valerie Payton was Juice's mother. Okay, got that. Arranged for Juice's mother to be a legal guardian until she was 18 years old, and for Jane's parents to enroll her in remote schooling. Beginning in September 2015, Kelly paid for Jane to return to Chicago. When Kelly began, beginning in September, Kelly paid for Jane to return to Chicago. Okay. When Kelly began a tour in Brooklyn, New York, Jane joined him as he traveled from Brooklyn to Washington, D.C., back to Manhattan, then to Oakland, California. In Oakland, Jane and Kelly continued to have sexual intercourse, and while in California, Jane believed Kelly had impregnated her. Kelly wanted to have an abortion she was petrified to have. Jane texting her friend in October 2015. She said, "He nutted in me today, but he said we need to look into that abortion stuff because he wants to keep my body right and tight. And now if I was 18, he wouldn't care about the baby. Speaking, I'm 17. Let me read that one more time for the slow people in the back that said that he didn't sleep with minors. Let me read it one more time. It says, Jane explained in the text messages. Actually, I'm going to go back up. Jane texting her friend. So she was texting her friend in October. Okay. She said, he nutted in me today. But he said we need to look into that abortion stuff because he wants to keep my body right and tight. And now, if I was 18, he wouldn't care about the baby. Speaking because I'm 17. Jane explained in the text messages to her friend that Kelly wanted her to have an abortion because she was not yet 18 years old. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Says, in fact, Jane was not pregnant and was therefore not forced to undergo an abortion at 17 years old. While Jane was still 17 years old, Kelly, using Apple iPods, also recorded Jane engaged in sexual activity. While Jane was with Kelly, Kelly also had several other women who lived with him and regularly had sexual contact with him. Those women included Juice, Dominique, Joy, and V. Now, Jane continued to live with Kelly until his arrest in July of 2019. During the time that Jane spent with Kelly, Jane learned through Kelly and others, including Juice, that Kelly required Jane and the other women who lived with Kelly to comply with the rules he set and to comply with his request. Electronic note containing reminders as to how to act around Kelly, including trust daddy and whatever he says, whenever he says, with no rebuttal, disrespect, or rebellion. Wow. Handwritten note containing reminders as to how to act around Kelly, including stop defending myself. Anything daddy says is to help me. Thank him and be happy to fix the problem. Damn. What? GX311 said, I know lately I have been forgetful of the protocols and rules you have. I am sorry for not being the image I'm supposed to be. I know that I have been all over the place, messing up in multiple places, not following instructions, being goofy, being extra, and being careless. Another text message authorized by Kelly to Jane instructed Jane, I need to be trusted by you. That's 1 billion. Yeah. I need to be trusted by you 1 billion%. That when I say, hold on, is that a billion or a million, y'all? Okay. That when I say something, you don't even hesitate. You do it and go with it. I know you are young, but that is no excuse to disobey me and not do what I tell you to do. Because I want actually it's 9 zeros, so it's a million. It's a million. Yeah, that's a billion. No, 9 zeros is a million. The hell? Yeah. 9 zeros is a million. That's a million. Okay. I know you're young, but you see, because I want to groom you and be bonded with you 1 million% before that. Kelly prescribed a number of the rules for Jane and other girlfriends to follow. Jane was required to wear baggy clothes. Jane addressed Kelly as daddy and was expected to stand up when Kelly entered the room and give him a kiss. Jane accompanied Kelly to his nightly basketball games and to other venues, even although she often remained in a Sprinter van when Kelly went inside those venues. When Jane needed to use the restroom, she would urinate in a cup on the Sprinter van because she was not permitted to get off the van. Jane was not permitted to look or otherwise interact. Let me see, what is this? Is Dr. Don Hughes testified that isolation, indoctrination, intimidation, subjugation, surveillance, secrecy, humiliation, and collateral all may be used as means of coercive control. One of Kelly's employers saw Kelly's female guests and girlfriends urinate in cups on the Sprinter rather than finding a bathroom. That was Alizette Mayweather. Another employee understood that Kelly required his girlfriend, his female guests and girlfriends to obtain permission with other men. For example, when Jane was in the elevator, she turned around so that she faced the back of the elevator, and she relied on Kelly's assistance to interact with male employees at retail stores and salons. Jane had to seek permission before she left the hotel room where she was staying. Kelly discouraged communications with her friends and did not allow her to use social media. I was right. Okay, it was $1 billion. Okay, I was right the first time. Okay, yeah, it was $1 billion. Okay, thank you. Kelly encouraged communications with her friends to not allow social media. To enforce his rule, Kelly told Jane that his engineers could access her phone to her iCloud to see with whom she had been communicating. Jane also was not permitted to engage in personal information with other women who lived with Kelly. Jane was expected to regularly draft letters containing false and embarrassing statements, a process that was often overseen by Juice. Before using the restroom, I think it was Suzette Mayweather. In addition, as noted, Kelly confronted Suzette Mayweather after he learned that several months earlier she had let Dominique off the bus when they were in New Orleans without first obtaining Kelly's permission. Jane's testimony about Kelly's directive that she and other women limit communications with others was corroborated by contemporaneous text messages she exchanged with her friends from high school. Text message from Jane to her friends saying, "You know y'all can't do that because he checked my phone." Text message from Jane to her friends saying, "Testing, you will get me caught up." In addition, her testimony was corroborated by testimony and other evidence establishing that Dominique was too. Thank you very much, Diva Time. I appreciate it. In addition, her testimony was corroborated by testimony and other evidence establishing that Dominique was not permitted to communicate with others. Alizette Mayweather testified that she purchased a cell phone for Dominique and that when Kelly found out, he became irate. Alizette Mayweather and Suzette Mayweather. Letters seized from Kelly's storage facility also show that Dominique referenced not having a phone in several letters and or notes with the defendant. Handwritten letter from Dominique to Kelly asking, "How do we gain trust if I cannot use the phone my father brought me to look up things on my own in front of you?" Handwritten letters asking, "Can I spend some time with my little brother and mom before we leave? I do not have a phone, so I know I cannot go out to meet them." Handwritten note saying, "I was wrong for asking my mom to pick me up from the place that you work and sleep. The fact that you gave me cab fare and permission to visit her was, the word was crossed out. Similarly, when Kelly learned that Dominique had shared personal information with Suzette Mayweather lied and told Kelly that she had brought up the conversation that led to Dominique sharing those details because she feared what Kelly might do to Dominique. Several of those letters were recovered from Kelly's storage facility, handwritten letter by Jane, including the claim that she had done some things that I just know you. Hold on, that I just know you. Okay. It says Jane also was expected to create videos containing false and embarrassing statements and doing humiliating things, including a video of eating her feces. Jane was also required to report to Kelly when she saw anyone violating Kelly's rules. Shortly after Jane met Kelly, he began to punish her when she did not follow his prescribed rules or comply with the established protocols. Punishments inflicted by Kelly included spankings, which Kelly called chastisements, vicious physical assaults, and confining Jane to a room or a bus for prolonged periods of time. The spankings occurred every 2 to 3 days. Handwritten letter by Jane to Kelly included her saying, "I'm getting spankings nearly every day." One of the first physical assaults by Kelly occurred on August 21st, 2015, when Jane was still 17 years old, and when Devon Stevens sent a text message to Kelly with Jane's first name and a rat emoji. Jane also saw Kelly spanking. Jane also saw Kelly spanking and otherwise physically assaulting the other woman who lived with Kelly. When Kelly perceived that one had broken his rules the first time, Kelly confined Jane to a room. Occurred after Juice reported to Kelly that Jane had purchased sweatpants that were not sufficiently baggy. Kelly told Jane that she could not. Let me see. That she could not forgive me for. Okay, I guess this is another letter. This is another letter that he had one of them write. Forgive me for I've been stealing money from the stash you told me about. I was also selling your jewelry too when I could because it was just a rush and fun. Handwritten letter by Jane, including, I also did something bogus just in case you caught me stealing and let me go. I decided I would spank myself really hard until I had bruises on me. Really? Handwritten letter by Jane, including, I desperately wanted you to want me. How I craved you. I started to make threats to you, and I'm sorry. If you don't bring me that dick, then I'm going to tell everyone you raped me. I'm going to tell everyone you've been raping me since I've been a minor. An iPad recovered from Kelly's residence on the day of his arrest depicted Kelly spanking another woman in apparent punishment. A still image showing Kelly spank one of Kelly's female guests while the guest was naked, crying, and visibly in pain. So before this here, it says Kelly told Jane that she could not leave the room until she admitted her transgression. And so she stayed in the room for several days in a row. What? Was staying in the room for several days in a row and will only eat food when food was left outside the door. Another time occurred shortly after Christmas in 2015. While Jane was still 17 years old, Kelly made Jane stay in a home at his recording studio because she told him that she wanted to celebrate the holiday. She had her phone and she recounted to one of her friends that the same day, then I was like, I could take a shower. And then I was like, can I take a shower? Can I take a shower? And he was like, no, You're going to stay in the room until you tell me why you let me see, the remainder of the text message was not retained. Okay. Then Kelly subjected Jane to confinement on a bus. His assistants typically stood nearby. Jane would not be permitted to leave the location where she had been confined until she apologized in a manner that Kelly deemed sufficient. Oftentimes, Kelly would write several letters apologizing to Kelly before he accepted one of the following allowing her to leave. Kelly also required Jane to have sexual contact with other men and women at Kelly's discretion, including the women living with Kelly, his assistants Lily and Cassandra. Hold on. Kelly also required Jane to have sexual contact with other men and women at Kelly's direction, including the women living with Kelly and his assistants, Lily. Whoa. Wow. Lily and Cassandra and Alex. Does anyone know who is Cassandra? Is Cassandra that Nisimo lady? Is Cassandra that Nisimo lady? Nisimo, whatever her name is. I know Alex is the boy. Is Cassandra Nisimo or Nisimu? Cassandra, is there one other than a sister or no? I don't know. Who is Cassandra, y'all? Does anybody know who Cassandra is? Yes, Nisino. Okay, that is Nisimo. Okay. Yes, Nisino. Okay. Now, her ass dirty as hell. She in wrapped in with this thing too, huh? Up here faking on YouTube. Wow. Yes. So every time you read transcripts, the rabbit hole goes deeper and deeper. Uh-huh. Yeah. Let's continue reading, y'all. Oh, the government letting it all out. So let me read that one more time. Kelly also required Jane to have sexual contact with other men and women at Kelly's direction, including the women living with Kelly and his assistants. Somebody said, I don't think that Cassandra and Sandra, aka Nisimo. Okay. I don't know. What do y'all mean? I don't know. I heard that was her. I don't know. Until somebody can tell me otherwise, I don't know. I know it's not Cassandra Kelly. It can't be her. That's his fake sister or real. I don't know if that's his sister or not. But I don't know. If somebody know who Cassandra is, let me know. Well, we all know who Lily is. We all have heard that and seen that, and she already admitted to Levi for Kelly that she ate butt and all that kind of stuff. Right? Tia said, I know Nisimo's name is Cassandra, and she was a handler. She used to talk about how he was her brother. Then a year later, she said she did. Yes, that's right. That's right, Tears. That's what I remember. Okay, let me continue. Cassandra and Alex, a man she had never seen prior to Kelly directing her to have sex with him. Damn. Kelly decided with whom she would have sexual contact and when it would occur. Kelly recorded most of those encounters and always remained in charge, directing each participant precisely what to do and when to do it. Whew. Let's talk about Faith. Faith met Kelly in March of 2017 when she was 19 years old. in San Antonio, Texas, after attending his concert at the Tobin Center with her older half sister. At the conclusion of the concert, two women wearing T-shirts with Kelly's face and the word "staff" on the back approached Faith and her sister and invited them to a backstage after party that Kelly was having and gave the wristbands to attend. When Faith arrived at the after party, there was music playing and alcohol being served. No one checked Faith's ID before entry. Thereafter, Kelly arrived at the after party and eventually approached Faith and handed her a piece of paper with two of his phone numbers on it. Two of his phone numbers on it. Okay. Here we go. To people paper, Kelly told Faith to text him later and to include a photograph of herself so he would know the text was from her. Kelly also invited Faith and her sister to his dressing room for food, and the two of them accompanied Kelly there. Faith and her sister conversed with Kelly in his dressing room, and Faith let Kelly know, among other things, that she was in school. Kelly did not ask Faith any questions about her schooling. While in the dressing room, Kelly reminded Faith to send him a photograph of herself with her name. When Faith got home to her parents' house, she texted Kelly a selfie and her name and went to sleep. Several hours later, after she woke up, Faith noticed Kelly had texted her back, complimenting her and inviting him to, inviting her to come see him while he was still in San Antonio. Faith did not take Kelly up on his invitation, but she began communicating with him regularly by text, phone calls, or other FaceTime. During her initial phone calls with Kelly, he referred to himself as Daddy, and Faith to call him that. When she did not do so, he hung up on her. It's like a big ass kid. What in the world? He hung up on her because she wouldn't call him Daddy and told Faith to call him that. Okay, hung up on her. Within a week after meeting her, Kelly told Faith he loved her. During their conversations, Kelly also invited Faith to come see him while he was on tour and told her that his assistant, Diana Copeland, would make the travel arrangements and provided Faith. Why isn't Diana Copeland ass in jail? Why isn't Diana Copeland ass in jail? Can somebody freaking tell me that? Why? Faith ultimately traveled from San Antonio to New York to see Kelly in May of 2017. Copeland made Faith's travel arrangements, and Kelly paid for Faith's travel and hotel to Long Island, New York. Faith attended Kelly's concert at the theater in Westbury in Long Island and then returned to her hotel room and went to sleep. Crazy. At 6 a.m. the following morning, Kelly showed up in Faith's hotel room and ultimately had sexual intercourse with her while filming the sex using his Apple iPad. Kelly did not use a condom and did not inform Faith that he had contracted genital herpes prior to engaging in sexual intercourse with her. Afterwards, Kelly told Faith that she had a lot to learn when it came to sex and indicated that if she was really like 16, she can tell Daddy. Now, let me tell y'all something that I honestly feel confident in saying. Faith ain't lying on him. I believe everything that she is saying. Everything. Everything. Okay? At Kelly's direction, Faith stayed in her hotel for the duration of the trip and did not leave the room. Kelly also told Faith that she could order some room service, but not to let the hotel people delivering the food see her if that person was a man, and not to let the hotel employee come inside the room, whatever their gender. Faith did not see Kelly again on this trip before returning to San Antonio. In the months that followed, through his assistant, Diana Copeland, Kelly arranged for Faith to travel to see him in various cities. Faith saw Kelly in Chicago in June of 2017, in Dallas in December of 2017, in Los Angeles in January of 2018, and in New York City in February of 2018. Y'all better stop playing with me. The government is no joke. They got it. Diana, Lily, Nissimo, Cassandra need to be in jail. Yep. In each of those locations, Kelly engaged in either sexual intercourse with Faith or had Faith give him oral sex on occasions where Faith told him she had her period. Kelly did not use a condom or tell Faith that he had contracted genital herpes prior to sexual contact. On any of these occasions, including prior to engaging in sexual intercourse with her at the Mondarian Hotel in New York in February 2018. In Dallas, Faith learned more of Kelly's rules, including that she should never sit. Okay. In Dallas, she learned more of Kelly's rules, including that she should never sit with her pointed at another man. I guess her legs pointed at another man in public. Kelly had a conversation with Faith about protecting him and indicated that an attorney would bring some papers for Faith to sign, though ultimately the lawyer did not show up, and telling Faith that he needed her to write down something embarrassing about her family that she did not want anyone else to know about. When Faith indicated that she had nothing embarrassing to write, Kelly suggested that he would assist her in coming up with a lie about her parents if she could not think of anything on her own. During the conversation, Kelly also divulged that he had a group of girlfriends that he raised. Some of them had been with him for 5 years, others for 15 years. He referred to them as his family and indicated that these girlfriends protected him and loved each other, telling Faith that she reminded him of his girls. Kelly further divulged that he and his girls all sleep together. When Faith indicated that she was not into girls, Kelly responded, "Well, if I want both of you to suck my dick, ultimately, it's about pleasing me. So you're going to suck my dick with her." Therefore, he told Faith to send a text message to his various phone numbers stating, "Daddy, I want to be with you and the girls," followed by a praying hand emoji, which she did. That nigga sick. He is straight sick. Kelly also told Faith that his girls had rules, which they all understood and followed, including how he should be greeted when he walked into a room, and that his girls did not discuss personal matters with the other. Hold on, y'all. It says Kelly then took Faith to his hotel suite, where he introduced her to Joy, one of his girls. Joy and Faith subsequently had a brief conversation in the hotel lobby while they waited before joining Kelly on his Sprinter van. Joy appeared very unkempt. Her hair was not done. Her nails were chipped. Faith and Joy then joined Kelly in the back of the Sprinter, which was separated from the front of the Sprinter by a permanent driver. A driver and Diana Kelly were in the front seats, and they all drove to a hookah bar. Inside the Sprinter, Faith noticed multiple bras and panties, a toothbrush, and hairbrushes. During the drive, Faith observed Kelly and Joy interact in a very unnatural manner. When Kelly laughed, Joy laughed even louder. When he pulled out a cigar, she lit it. When he wanted to hear music, she played it. Any demand he had, Joy was just on it. After they arrived at the location of the hookah bar, Kelly and Diana Copeland exited the Sprinter to go inside. Kelly instructed Faith and Joy to remain inside the Sprinter, where they remained for hours. At some point, Faith began to feel uncomfortable as she had to use the bathroom and was feeling hot from the vehicle's heating. Faith tried to open the Sprinter door, but it was locked. Joy told Faith that she had to ask first. She located Diana Copeland and let her know, but did not hear back from her, and tried calling Kelly, but he did not answer. After Faith texted Copeland and she was about to pass out, Copeland and Kelly finally came back to the Sprinter and drove Faith to an IHOP to use the bathroom. Once at the IHOP, Faith and Joy went to the bathroom, and Copeland followed them there. Though Copeland did not use the bathroom herself, while Faith was in the bathroom stall, Copeland stood outside of it. They all returned to the hotel. Following the Dallas trip, Faith continued to communicate with Kelly, but he became more controlling in his communications with her. Kelly wanted to know literally everywhere she went, and Kelly directed Faith to always answer when he called her. Faith followed these instructions, including seeking Kelly's permission before going out with family members, such as her older sister, because these were Kelly's rules. During the next trip to see Kelly in Los Angeles, Diana Copeland directed Faith to come to a recording studio, NRG Studios, and wait outside of Kelly's Sprinter van for hours. While inside, Faith had to use the bathroom and text Copeland. Copeland just responded telling Faith to stand by. Now, after about 15 minutes, Copeland escorted Faith into the studio to use the bathroom and then came back to the Sprinter. At some point thereafter, Copeland eventually took Faith inside the studio again and left her in a recording room with the smaller two rooms within it, telling her Kelly would be in soon. Approximately 15 minutes later, Kelly jogged into the room quickly, retrieving something, and left. Faith did not stand up and greet Kelly when he came into the room. Several hours went by before Kelly returned to the room. While waiting, Faith texted Copeland asking if Kelly wanted her to continue to wait or if she could go back to her hotel room. She did so because Kelly required Faith to get his permission whenever she needed to go somewhere, including the bathroom. Kelly responded approximately 1 hour later, stating, "Please wait." What the hell is wrong with these people, y'all? What is wrong with these people? During the several hours, Faith first spent inside the Sprinter, and in several hours she waited inside the room in the studio. She was not given any food or water. When Kelly finally returned to the room, he told Faith that he would have returned sooner if she had greeted him properly when he came in earlier. Kelly then directed Faith to take off her clothes and walk back and forth. Faith told Kelly she had her period, even though she did not, because she did not want to have sex with him. Kelly sighed and said, "Well, why did you come?" Damn. He then told Faith to take off her pants, and then told Faith to take off her pants, and she walked back and forth 3 times in a bodysuit. Kelly then went inside one of the smaller rooms within the larger room and told Faith to come inside. The room was the size of a walk-in closet. When Faith entered the small room, she saw a gun on the ottoman in the room. Kelly's demeanor changed and he got real serious. He moved the gun near him, sat down in a chair, and told Faith to stand across from him. He then told Faith to pose and took pictures of her with his iPad. While complaining that she was not being very sexual enough, he became irritated. Kelly then proceeded to ask Faith a series of questions, including asking her how many men had seen her naked and how many male friends she had. Kelly told Faith that there would be consequences if she did not answer truthfully. When Faith responded in a manner he did not like, Kelly stated, "Do you want to take that back?" Faith said no. Kelly then paused, had a stern look on his face, telling Faith that he and her father had the same gift of spiritual discernment and that he would know if she was lying to him. Faith was taken aback. Kelly then stood up, put a pillow on the floor, and told Faith to get on her knees, which she did. The defendant then pulled out his penis, grabbed the back of Faith's neck, told her to suck his dick, and pushed her forward so her mouth made contact with his penis. Kelly's gun remained nearby when this occurred. Faith was intimidated and did not want to give Kelly oral sex, but she did so. Throughout Kelly's hand remaining on the back of neck guiding her, Faith did not feel like she could leave the room because she was under Kelly's rules and he had a weapon, so she wasn't even going to step out of line. Following her final trip to New York in February 2018, Faith stopped seeing Kelly and eventually filed a civil suit against him in New York. After she filed this lawsuit, Kelly arranged for compromising photos he had taken of Faith and sent it to her civil lawyer in Brooklyn, New York, with the lawyer threatening, among other things, to release uncropped versions of the photos publicly if she did not abandon her lawsuit and stop speaking publicly about Kelly. Faith did not withdraw her lawsuit. Thereafter, Kelly's associate, Don Russell, sent threatening texts to Faith and her mother, and created a Facebook page using the alias Kalon Dunn called Surviving Lies, where he ultimately followed through on those threats and publicly posted public photos of Faith before Facebook took the photos down. Discussion. Kelly challenges the sufficiency of the evidence as to which the counts of conviction, as set forth in detail below. There was more than sufficient evidence adduced at trial supporting each count of conviction, and as to racketeering conviction count 1, each racketeering act found proven by the jury. Number 1, legal standard. Analyzing a defendant's Rule 29 motion, the court must view the evidence in the light most favorable to the government, drawing all inferences in the government's favor and deferring to the jury's assesses of witnesses' credibility. United States verdict, got some case law there. So y'all, we are going to stop there right now. Somebody could please put in the chat page 46. 46 legal standard. 46 legal standard. Okay. So that's what we're doing, y'all. We're going to stop there today. We're going to, give me one moment here. Stop screen. Where'd I go? Let me see, cancel that. Y'all hold one moment here. Let me stop the screen. Okay, so y'all, the government just wanted to, they just put way more detail into their response, right? Way more detail. Let me see what some of y'all are saying here in the chat. Let me see what some of y'all are saying here in the chat. I can't read everybody. It's just like 500 some messages, but I will start up here. So, Tier said, Nisimo, we need to hear from you. It all makes sense now why you flip-flopped and said you never met R. Kelly. Cotton, you right. People die in prison every day with cancer. Jennifer said, Tears, Dana posted her bank statement last year. Ask him. Kayla Doe says, Cotton, usually that would be true, but remember he has other cases pending. Some of these people will probably on a witness list. T-Bound once said the victims need to get together and file a class action lawsuit on all the enablers, handlers, groomers, drivers, attorneys, record labels, etc. You got that right. Henny Hen said, someone word is not proof. There has been so many snakes. How can you believe anything without proof? Someone's word under oath is proof. It's called sworn testimony. That's their proof. And if that proof, yeah, you don't no. If it's said under oath, that is proof. Okay. Let me see. Kayla Doe said probably no problem. Just V said girlfriends that you raise. This guy was twisted. He's really immature. Just V, why did see what they did to Robert Durst? Wheeled his ass right in his bunk underneath that skinhead dude. I remember that dude. Cherie said proof of what, Henny Hen? Yeah. Tate said, Henny Hen, maybe you would like under oath. You would like under oath in federal courthouse, but don't project your shit onto other people. Right. Yeah, Henny Hen, you ain't making no sense. Rocking with the Truth said, just V, raising others' children, but didn't raise his own or pay child support. Bastard. Sick, twisted, evil, and vile. Cotton Candy, I fuss with Robert Durst. He is special, kind of crazy. Let me see. I can prove y'all Kang is still locked up and they won't let him out. No. I watched a commentary on him recently. Cotton Candy, wild story. Henny Hen, nothing will make you believe Kelly did anything wrong. So she one of those type where she believe R. Kelly is innocent and never did anything wrong, huh? Feel sorry for her. SK said they all made deals with the feds and ain't all going to jail. Ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere. What's up, Purple? How you doing? Also, most of it's backed up by emails and text recovered from devices in the iCloud, pictures, videos, plane tickets, hotel records. Henny Hen, sucks for Rob's fans, but everyone isn't lying. No, everyone is not lying. It's weird. The apartment was hot. Cherie said the motion for retrial denied. Indeed. I thought it was gonna say he pulled out a cigar. She smoked it. Cotton Candy said, Kayla, what baffles me is all these grown ass women who's on YouTube crying, faking they so in love with him is really praying they don't get handcuffs. Girl, I wouldn't have used the bathroom for nothing in that apartment, Kayla. Let me see. You're feeling really special being in the company of a celebrity until you find out you can't even pee at will. Yeah. He has some crazy rules, y'all. His funky ass didn't take bath, showers, or splash in the rain. Sweaty, dirty balls, smelling like old man cigar. Man. Let me see here, y'all. 46 standard, okay. Robert or Atmos did V testify in New York under the alias, or will she likely be in one of the Illinois cases? I don't think V testified in New York. Keller might, if Keller, you went here, did she? I don't think she did. Thank you, T-Bound One. I appreciate you. Just V said, Kayla, I think she was in the uncharged acts, but she didn't testify. Yeah, I don't think she did. Just V, just to know this Nisimo person and Lily was involved. Like what the? Yeah, seriously. Great job. Thank you very much. Testimony is evidence. Exactly. Henny Hen need to question court procedures, not us. What's allowed and not. Exactly. Chicago gonna have lots of subpoenas. Man, doesn't the divorce decree bar him from being alone with his children? I'm not sure. Henny Hen on that Hennessy. I know he was a busy dude, but I hardly see any photos of family time. Why they never posted any pictures showing him with kids or Disneyland? Good question. Kayla said, T-Bam, yes, that's what I thought someone put out there. Damn shame. All right, I know y'all took care of this best videos or whatever that is. Where is Robert Keller? We miss him. Keller's still around. Keller was in the chat earlier. A lot of celebrities be with their kids doing mad stuff. But y'all listen. Yeah, I don't know who's trying to spam the chat. But y'all listen, I just got off, but I want to hop on here and get into this some more. So we stopped at page 46. It's 109 pages. So hopefully when I come back, I may come back tonight. If I don't come back tonight, I'll definitely be back tomorrow. However, maybe next time I'll try to get some readers with me so we can read a little bit longer. But I've been up working this morning since like 7. So I'm a little tired. Okay, a little tired. But it's all good. It's all good. Listen, y'all have a blessed day. Thank y'all for coming over here. Hit the like button on your way out. And I do appreciate y'all. Okay. Thank you so much. I love y'all. Peace out. Give me that chunk of watermelon off your shirt. Man, listen, I'm about to go get some watermelon right now. I'm about to get some water. Oh, there go Keller. Keller right here. Keller right here. Here you go. Y'all welcome. Thank you, Atmos. I'm very appreciative of you. I applaud you. Thank you, Cotton Candy. I appreciate you. All right, y'all. Go get y'all something to eat. You know what? I might come back tonight. Not guaranteeing. If I'm not back tonight, it'll definitely be tomorrow, though. Okay? Thank y'all. God bless y'all. I'll holler at y'all later. Peace out.
Oh, no. I don't need negative energy. Wrap me in positive synergy. I have been doubted through life. Been there and done it with trifling people who told me my style would not work. I told them they wrong. They're struggling too long. This song is for you. I'm proving you wrong. Get out my way. Get out my way. Get out my way. Get out my way.
I'm a genuine person. Like if I love you, I love you. If I don't mess with you, I don't mess with you. It's as simple as that.